The entire office froze. 1 second, Taylor Swift was standing by the window with her laptop. The next, someone yanked her skirt in front of the whole team. Laughter echoed through the hallway. Phones came out. Snickers spread like wildfire. But just as the humiliation peaked, the elevator doors opened, and her husband stepped out. The crowd went silent. Why? Because the man in the suit wasn't just anyone. He was the new CEO. What happened next turned the prank into poetic justice. It was supposed to be just another Thursday at North Bay Consulting. The office buzzed with the usual noise: keyboard taps, coffee machines hissing, and hushed side conversations. Taylor Swift, known in the company as a quiet, competent executive assistant, stood by her desk, lost in thought, reviewing a report. Then it happened. Out of nowhere, Derek, one of the self-proclaimed office comedians, crept up behind her during a morning stand-up meeting. In front of nearly a dozen employees, he tugged down the back of her skirt, revealing her in a deeply vulnerable moment. Gasps. Some laughed. Some reached for their phones. Taylor turned beet red, eyes wide frozen. A few co-workers awkwardly looked away, while others giggled as if it were harmless fun. But it wasn't fun for Taylor. It was humiliating, degrading, and completely out of line. She quickly pulled her skirt back up, her voice caught in her throat, trying to process what had just happened. What the team didn't realize was that Taylor Swift, the one they'd mocked, underestimated, and ignored, wasn't just another quiet admin. She had a secret, a powerful one. Taylor was married, and not just to anyone. Her husband, Jonathan Blake, was a global business strategist, investor, and, you guessed it, the incoming CEO of North Bay Consulting. The board had been keeping it under wraps for weeks. No formal announcement, no office-wide memo. Taylor hadn't even told her close colleagues. She wanted to be seen for her own merit, not her marriage. But fate had different plans, because the same day Derek pulled that cruel stunt was the same day Jonathan was scheduled to make his first official appearance at the company HQ. And just moments after the incident, the elevator dinged. The crowd, still chuckling and whispering, turned toward the elevator doors as they slid open. Out walked a tall, confident man in a crisp navy suit. The room fell eerily silent. Phones were slowly lowered. Whispers died. Derek even took a step back. The man smiled, but his eyes scanned the room with purpose. And then he saw her, his wife, shaken, eyes glossy, skirt clutched tightly at her side. Jonathan's smile faded. He walked straight to her, gently placed his hand on her back, and turned to face the stunned crowd. "Good morning, everyone," he said firmly. "I'm Jonathan Blake. As of today, I'm honored to step in as CEO of North Bay." Mouths dropped. Someone dropped a coffee mug. "But before we talk business," he continued, voice ice calm, "I witnessed something very disturbing the moment I stepped off that elevator." He looked directly at Derek. "And I want to make one thing clear. This company will not tolerate harassment, bullying, or juvenile cruelty. Not on my watch." Derek, usually smug and arrogant, suddenly looked very small. The same co-workers who had laughed moments earlier now stared at the floor. Jonathan's voice rose, steady and sharp. "Leadership is about integrity, professionalism, respect. What I saw just now wasn't a joke. It was assault, and it was humiliating to someone I, and this company, value deeply." HR was called immediately. Derek was escorted out of the building before lunchtime. Taylor, meanwhile, was treated with the respect she had long deserved. That same afternoon, Jonathan invited her to stand beside him as they addressed the company with a new direction, one focused on employee dignity, safe spaces, and mutual growth. The quiet assistant became the symbol of strength, and the woman who'd been mocked now walked the hallways with her head high and every heart behind her. Over the next few weeks, things changed at North Bay. Jonathan implemented policy reforms, anonymous feedback tools, and an open-door leadership model. But even more surprising, he appointed Taylor to lead the Employee Culture and Wellness Department, a brand-new division focused on equity, inclusion, and mental well-being. Taylor accepted with grace and a confident smile. She went from being the girl at the desk to the voice behind some of the company's boldest changes. And the office, it never forgot the day she was humiliated. But more importantly, They remembered how she rose, with dignity, with resilience, and with a silent strength that reminded everyone, you never know who you're standing next to, or who they're married to. If Taylor's story inspired you, hit the like button, subscribe for more jaw-dropping stories like this, and don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss a tale of redemption, revenge, and rising strong.